How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Everything's
Good,
good.
good. Good. Just remind me of your name again.
My name is Costin.
Costin. Costin.
Exactly, yes.
Where you from?
Romania.
Are you? So in the
Yes.
same town as us.
Yeah, you're probably in Romania right now, aren't you?
I am in Romania right now.
All right.
What part? What part of
I'm
Romania?
in I'm in Bucharest.
Are you? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. It's good to have a fellow countryman. Should I
Yeah,
say? Am
man.
I countryman? I'm from the UK, so could I say that? Where at? Which
I
part?
love the UK as well. I used to love the culture. Everything's cool.
I don't like the UK. I think the UK is becoming a little bit of a failed society. There's too much.
Yeah.
They they don't focus on the right things for the people. They focus on what they feel is going to be right for the people without consulting the people. So all of the things that they kind of focus on are not good for me, not good for the economy, not good for the people, not good for the people that have been there for a long time. And like I say, the things that they should be focusing on is obviously the crime element, um, the infrastructure element. Well, not necessarily infrastructure. The what was I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? The economy, how to make things a little bit better for the people, rather than taxing here, taxing there, taxing here, taxing there. You get taxed on pretty much everything. So it's about the way of life and the way of living. They don't make it easy for people to live. They make it actually super hard for people to actually live. So and then again, like I say, they don't focus on the proper elements, i.e., the crime and everything else that is going on in the UK. They just seem to turn a blind eye to that and pick up subjects that don't really kind of matter as such. Do you know what I mean? And they focus on subjects that don't matter. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It's getting a big downfall. It was so good of a country. It was so good.
It was, but then it's just taking a steady decline.
Yeah.
So, and I hate to say this, but I think Romania is going to follow in the next kind of 5 years because you've got a new president.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know.
from this is only my perspective. The president that they actually got in there is more EU based, and he's going to do what he's told via the EU rather than what's best for the country and what's best
Yep.
for the people. Romania is a beautiful place. It's
Yep.
an absolutely lovely, untouched kind of place, and the people are really, really nice and everything else. And I just feel that with the new president that you've got taken in, this is again my own personal opinion, that things might potentially take a turn for the worse. You're going to get risen taxes. You're going to get um, immigrants coming in
Yep. They already
doing jobs,
pissed me off.
and then when they do jobs and they can't sustain their jobs because their tax is going to get higher. You might see the crime. You might see the crime rate going up. You might see because this place is untouched with drugs as well, like super untouched with drugs. There's a zero tolerance in it, and I actually quite like that. You don't get people. You don't walk down the street and people are smoking cannabis and you can smell it and this that the other blah blah. And I believe, don't know, might change, might not change.
Yeah,
Um,
we're gonna see. I agree with you, man.
yeah, it's a, it's a very safe place, but you know, who knows? So what sector of Romania are you in?
it's 6.
66. So
Yeah,
you're
I think
yeah,
it's the opposite of you guys. You're
yeah,
in
yeah.
one. If I
We're in
yeah.
one, you're in six. That's okay. So anyway, enough about like the whole politics thing. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. So my name is Costin. As I said, I'm 19 years old right now, and I'm pretty much doing AI automations, operations, all that kind of stuff for online businesses, and
Yeah.
yeah, helping them make like automate their process, and then I get paid for it.
Nice. So tell me about because obviously, are you still in school, college? What's going on there?
Yeah, so I was in high school when I actually joined the real world. I joined the real world 2 years ago. The
Oh
first
wow.
we was called Hustles University. Was still on Discord. Everything. I
Yeah,
was
you're one of the
yeah.
freshers, the
I was in
early
the
early
Tiger
person.
squad.
Nice, nice. Okay.
So I joined back then, and then obviously the campus progressed. I was initially a copywriter, but then now I upgraded my skill set a little bit, and I pretty much finished high school. And now I went to college for a day simply because I was like, all right, let me see what's going on there. And then I was like, they offered me to do a product launch for one of the projects for college. And then I was
Yeah.
like, well, I already did a product launch because I helped the business do that. So it's kind of pointless, isn't it?
So
And then
yeah,
I
yeah,
quit.
kind of pointless, yeah.
So that's it. I pretty much just finished high school and now I'm fully doing automation.
19. So you joined when you was like 17.
Yeah,
17?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you join? What,
Well,
what gave
I
you what gave you that kind of inspiration to kind of join the real world, like at 17 years old?
simply the lifestyle and it's the purpose that you have behind having such a good life and trying to push yourself to become the best version of yourself, which I think is the most important thing that Andrew, Tristan, Luke, and everyone you guys are preaching at all times, which is do the best, be the best version in all realms that you can possibly be. And I think that is one of the things because I can trust you guys because it's not all like yeah, like you guys want to make lots of money. I want to make loads of money, but it's not also about the money. You guys are also fit. You guys are also smart. You guys also have everything set up well in all these other areas of life. So trying to do the same, trying to push me to the maximum limits possible in all areas.
Excellent, excellent. So you work from home now.
Yeah, I work from home or anywhere else if I'm on the go.
Okay, cool. So you initially joined the real world and went into the copywriting campus.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I joined the copywriting campus. I was pretty much learning everything from zero. I had no skill, so
Mm,
I was a pure beginner at anything to do with like making money online. I did not even know what copy was, anything. And
mhm.
yeah, Professor Andrew Ritter taught everything. I learned everything about marketing, copy, sales, a lot that still helps me to this day to sell my AI automation services now.
Mm.
And pretty much, I made my first money with copywriting, so I got my first $500 project like that, and then I closed the retainer, which right now I'm still working with that person, and it's pretty much paying me like 4.5 grand every single month. That
Wow.
just that one retainer, and
Is
then
that
after that,
dollars or lei or
oh, that's dollars. That's dollars.
euros? That's nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it allows you to live a fairly good life in Romania as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just yeah. 100%.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So you said that you went into all different kind of campuses. So you done marketing, you done sales. So you studied all of the campuses and then decided
Yeah,
to choose whichever one that you went into.
I learned a lot from every one of them. I simply believe that if I get a now I understand a lot about business as a whole. So now I can do a whole operation stack. So
Mm,
I can pretty much help businesses from A to Z with from like the marketing and sales to the fulfillment side and managing their backend operations, which
yeah,
is extremely helpful for me right now because right now is when I'm trying to monetize it as hard as possible.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was kind of laying the foundations and now I'm like going super hard at it. So
Super. Okay, cool. So then, just initially, I'm going to go back a little bit. So
yeah,
just
yeah.
initially, how did you come across Hustlers University? I know obviously
Yeah,
we were here at the time,
yeah,
but
yeah,
how did
yeah.
you come across that? Like because like you're 17, you're at school, you're at college,
Yeah.
whatever, and then how did that kind of pop up and that? What drove you initially? Obviously, apart from what you just said about where we got things set up, what kind of internally drove you to go there?
Yes, sir. So I pretty much always was about the mindset that I want to make a lot of money. I've been saying this to my family, to everyone that I know, everyone for my entire life from like 10 years old. Hey, I want to be a millionaire. I'm going to make a lot of money as much as possible. And I was trying to learn code by the time like Andrew started posting podcasts and going really viral on YouTube. And
Yeah,
then the moment I saw him, I was like, oh, make money online. You're young. You can do it quick, fast. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's rich as hell. He looks good. He's in good shape. He's a kickboxing world champion. I might as well follow the advice he says because who am I to know better than him?
yeah. Fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So then you went from copywriting. So what kind of money did you make, and how long was you in the copywriting campus?
Yeah, within the copy space, I made roughly like $2,000 per month at my peak, and then I transitioned from that immediately into like I was still doing a bit of copy, but I do a lot more just operations and automations for businesses immediately after that. And I was in the copy space for roughly, I want to say 1.5 years, and I'm doing automations for like the past, like let's say half a year to a year.
Okay, cool. And then you've been doing automations. So how did your family, did you have any kind of backlashes, or did you have any kind of uh I don't know, I would say kind of negative responses from what you wanted to do? Like, because I'm sure mum and dad were like, no, you gotta go to college, you gotta go to university, you gotta do that. Or am I wrong in this?
Yeah, so I pretty much it's a little bit of a weird scenario because I grew up kind of alone. So my dad just not at home, didn't grow up with him. And
But
then my mom was literally working all day long. She has a some sort of salon so that she can keep us all alive pretty much.
yeah,
And so I was alone, kind of doing whatever I want. And how I decided to join the courses is my mom would leave me money to like buy myself food, and for like a couple of months I was just eating cereal bars to save money, and then I got myself the courses, and then I was like, well, now you got to make it.
yeah, okay, cool. So how
So
long was it?
they
Was
did
it
not really know about it.
They didn't really know about it. So was it
No.
like a thing where you didn't have to think about it, you just went and done it? Because you just saw it and you just went and done it.
Yeah, I know if I talk with people and try to explain to them everything is like takes so long and it's like kind of point, I would much rather just show you like, all right, if I can
Yeah,
put myself to it.
yeah. Okay. So what do you reckon has been was would you say that that was the hardest part about your journey, or would you say that you know
The beginning, 100%. Like, yeah, the beginning, it's 100%. The hardest part is because you have to learn so much stuff from zero and you're unsure if you're going to make it. Now, even though it's like at every single point, it gets harder and harder. You discover new things that you got to learn and new ways to push yourself. But the beginning is by far like the part
the
where most people quit, which I think you'd call it the hardest.
yeah. So when did you start earning your first money? How long was it before you started earning your first pennies or first dollar, should I say?
I think it was a few months after I joined Hustlers University. So I think I made my first money in January and I joined in August that year, I think. So that was also as I was going through school. I was also trying to be an A plus student. So it was kind of a little bit tricky to do both. But I made my first money in roughly like 5 months, I would say. And then after that, it kept on coming. I got more clients. I got myself a retainer. So
So how much was that when you first made
oh,
your
yeah, my first deal was a $500 deal, and then after that I closed something that initially was still just a $500 retainer, but then it grew, and up until to this point, it's a $4,000 per month retainer, 4,500.
nice. So you made back in your first deal, you made back all the money that you spent on the
Oh
university.
yeah, yeah, literally, it's
Without a doubt.
like I made way more much money than I paid you guys.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's just it's just okay, cool. So what would you say the first money that you made was your biggest breakthrough, or would you put that in?
Oh, 100%. Internet money is crazy. First time you taste it.
Yeah. And then you get like an addiction for more, for more.
Yes, yes, 100%. You just pull it out of nowhere.
Yeah,
It's
but yeah. So then, how do you, from that first spin, how did you go about making, like, how did you go about finding new clients and kind of expanding yourself like that?
Yeah. So as I said, for a very long time, I was just working with this one retainer because I'm kind of like the, how would I say, the second man in place in the business. So it was very easy for me to like, I was not necessarily getting paid a lot, but I was getting paid while also learning how to manage the entire business and
Yeah,
doing all of the stuff. So I got a lot of knowledge. So I thought that was a really good opportunity. And
yeah.
now, as I think I've done like very well, like that business, eventually we scaled it from $5,000 per month to $130,000 per month.
Wow.
Then I go ahead right now and I sell the same similar services that I kind of use there to other businesses. So and I get So pretty much I get paid way more for it. Last month I grew my income, I think, from roughly $6,000 500 to 9,000.
Wow,
So yeah.
that's really really good. So then, this is the new AI. You say AI
Yep.
automotive.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
explain to me a little bit about what you do, and explain to me about that, and what you do and how you help the companies.
Yeah, 100%. I do. I pretty much look at companies and then see, all right, where is your operations, or like where are your tasks very redundant, repetitive? Where do you do things that you shouldn't do, or are there softwares that you could use to automate the kind of work that you are doing through their
Mm,
APIs, through their whatever automation possible? And yeah, I pretty much go ahead and implement it for them, especially if they're this is a great opportunity because lots of businesses aren't as tech savvy. So
mm,
I provide lots of value for them simply because I understand exactly how it all works.
mhm.
And yeah, I saved them lots of hours in the day, in the week. Like I probably automated over 200,000 tasks by this time. And
Yeah, go on.
I pretty much save a lot of I save a lot of time. I get paid a lot for it. That's how I see it.
No, well, that's good. That's good. And everything's working from your little office at home.
Yeah, literally everything.
Okay, so what made you go from the copywriting into the AI campus?
Well, as I said, I was kind of in the place where I was managing this one business, and I had to learn the operational part just by default by wanting to grow the business.
Mm,
So I kind of started to dabble with it myself, and then I saw, well, this is really interesting because AI is coming up and AI is going to do lots. So I might as well look more into it and become an expert at it. And
mm.
then after that, I can pretty much sell my AI automation services.
Okay, okay, cool. So, like now you're full time sitting in your little office and stuff like that. It's like time management. Do you have time outside of that? Do you work like a do you have a schedule that you work to, or do you just work as and when you need to, or
Yeah,
when?
yeah, yeah. I pretty much work whenever I want on my own schedule. I can go to bed whenever, I can wake up whenever, I can do pretty much whenever I can meet up with someone, I can go on a date, I can do work for 12 hours a day, I can do all the stuff that I
You
want.
can do all the stuff that you need to do. So you're
Yeah.
you're you're your own person. You're your own person, which is it's the freedom to allow you to do the things that you want to do, plus obviously work and earn really really good money from it, which is fantastic. So do you have any friends that have kind of followed your little what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of followed your journey.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah. So
is it a case of like you tell them about it and they don't think, but then they see results from you?
yeah, I do motivate a lot of people. So I'm trying for a very long time to coach other people in a way. Like I don't do paid coaching or anything like that. But whenever I see someone who tries a lot with like copy with AI automation, I always tell them like, hey man, if I can help you with anything, let me know. I know how hard it is, and I send them these like motivational messages here and there whenever I get a chance. I try to help everyone as much as possible to give back because I was given a lot. So I thought I would do the same for other people. I don't have any specific local friends. Kind of, it's a little bit weird in Romania because a lot of people don't know how to speak English even, so it's a little bit difficult with that.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say your friendship group. So say like you had a friendship group in school or college or anything else. Have anybody kind of followed that same thing, or are they skeptical about? Do they think it's a scam, it's a scam, and then you say, well, no, it's not a scam. Look at this. Do you actually
Yeah,
do?
most people say that, oh, it's a scam. Like I was told this by many people because I used to tell them that, hey, I'm trying to make money online, and then everyone told me, oh, so you're in Andrew Tate's course, I don't think that's gonna work out for you, I don't think it's gonna go well, I don't think you're gonna make any money, like, is that guy really serious? Look at him. And then yeah, quite a few months later I was making more money than their parents.
Right. Did you show them that? Did you show them that though?
I don't go back at people, but
No,
it's
no,
all
no,
cool by
that's fair.
me.
That's fair. That's fair. So then they see, because I was going to say, if if you show them like that kind of progress, or you sit in a corner and they can see that you're elevating, um, do they then come back to you and then say, well, no, actually, Do you know what I mean? I'm just like gonna seeing someone's progress.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I actually remembered. I do have a guy that helps me with AI automation, which was in the same high school class as me, and he was like, we met through the real world back again. So we left for like I went to Bucharest, he's in a different city, but
Hmm.
now we like he saw me in the AI campus, and then he messaged me like, hey bro, like remember me from high school? And I was like, yeah bro, let's say like, can you help me with AI automations? I'll pay
Yeah,
you.
that's super cool. So then another question is, what would you say to someone like that that thinks it's a scam, that thinks it's a, like it's not real? I mean, just a normal average, not one of your friends, just a normal average person. Wow, what do you do? Like, Costin, do you know what I mean, Costin? What do you do like for a living? You seem like you're pretty thingy. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would tell them. I mean, that I do AI automation and stuff, but most importantly, I think it's the the number one reason why people don't achieve goals, as the master says. There are only three reasons: you are either lazy, stupid, or
Mm.
arrogant. And if you're not the first two, there's definitely only one of them left.
Yeah, it's one. It's always got to be one out of the three. Yeah, it's always got
Yeah.
one out of the three. So how has how has the real world helped you? I mean, would you have been able to do all of the bits you were learning? Because obviously you were learning in school. So would you been able to do all of the bits that you were learning in school like now, or do you feel that you know? You tell me. I don't want to
Oh
put words
no.
or anything, but
Normal education is not even comparable to the real world. The real world is way superior in any sort of way for the real world. It actually prepares you for the real world, hence the name, I think. So
yeah,
it's super good. And everything you guys teach from like mindset, health, making money, it's all exceptional. So yeah. And every single one of you literally sets a great example by working so hard and making everything so great in the app.
yeah. So I'm glad. I'm super glad that we have that kind of effect on people because this is what we kind of tend to push. People are generally skeptical about certain things that we do, but everything that we do is a positive mindset for obviously like you guys coming up your age because I'm a little bit older than you. Um, but it's the mindset that you guys have, and if you have that mindset and you have that drive and you have that ambition and you have that discipline more than anything else to actually go out there, put your head down, get it done, just like you would in school, just like you would in a normal job. um this is like what we tend to push. So it's really, really good to hear that from you. It's really, really good to
Nice.
speak to you, actually. And it's really good that obviously this is my first fellow Romanian that I've actually kind of
Oh.
I've actually met as well. So you're only down the road there, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually really good. So yeah, all I can say is like it's really good that what you're doing. Keep up, obviously, the good work because I know you will.
Thank you, man.
And obviously that 5,000 to 9,000 that you're going to earn, I know it's going to kind of like
Oh yeah,
excel.
100%.
Do you have any just last question, do you have any like kind of future goals or future plans? Where do you want to be in like the next 2 years or so,
In the next 2 years.
or even longer? Next, if you, because people set 2 year plans, people set 5 year plans, people set 10 year plans. I mean, you're super young,
Yeah.
so where do you see
I
yourself in the next 2 to 5 years? Let's say that.
If I really try to push myself as hard as possible, within 2 years, I think I can reach 100K per month in profit.
Hmm. Which is
But
awesome.
it may be optimistic. Who knows? I'm gonna try my absolute best to reach it, maybe even faster than that. But 10-year long plans. I mean, just strive to do as best as I can. So I was kind of like I guess the purpose of every single man: make a lot of money to provide finances, security, and fun to your loved ones. Progress by, I mean, you guys literally help society by progress, by innovating with the real world, and
Yeah.
then also procreate, have some children, have a good life, have a great family. So yeah, if I were to put a number, I don't know. To me, it's gonna, everyone tells me I'm crazy for this. I truly aspire. I'm not sure how long it will take me. I will try my absolute best to get to
Mm.
a billion, simply because if I get to a billion, I will be one of the richest Romanians to ever live.
You probably will be.
So
You probably
I'm
will.
not sure how I can get there, but I
But I
will
mean,
try my best.
you're doing well because you're doing what 9K every single month now consistently, or 5 to 9 every
Yeah, yeah,
consistent.
yeah, yeah. So last month I did 9K. I'm on track to do the same or more probably this month. So yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing probably better than most here. I mean, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know that someone, even in high up positions, police officers, uh, maybe lawyers, maybe thingies that are earning that kind of money per month. I mean, you're doing very, very well, and you're only 19 years old. So, do you know what I mean?
God bless
God
to stay like
willing,
that.
yeah, God willing, it's only going to increase. And if you keep the hard work and keep your head forward, and you've set your goals. So at the end of the day, if you're reaching your goal every single month and you're exceeding your goal every single month, then it can only go up from there. So all I can say is fantastic, well done. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you
Keep
so
pushing as
much.
hard as possible. Can do. I love your energy. I love your
Thank you, man.
enthusiasm. So yeah, just keep going, and just keep doing what you're doing. And it was absolutely fantastic speaking to you.
For
So
sure, Nigel. Thank you,
no
man. Thank
worries,
you.
no worries, sir. You take care.
It was great speaking with you as well. Great to meet you. Hope you have a great rest of your day, guys, at the house, at the
Yeah,
home.
yeah, we'll
Go ahead
do.
and kill it.
It's beautiful out there. The sun's out, so
Yeah, it
yeah.
is. It is. It is. It
Finally,
is. It
that's
is.
the sun. So it's all good. All right, sir. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon, sir.
All right. Speak to you, Nigel.
Bye bye.